This is only 5-star on easy. This one's tough on advanced though. Sammy's been trapped by Adder. Save her! Lash, how's the laser cannon coming? Full steam ahead! I've tweaked it so it can fire every single day. It's so dangerous! Delicious. How's Flag? My troops have been deployed like you wanted. At last, we will neutralize the Orange Star Army completely. Why is Orange Star even here? We're in Green Earth now, aren't we? It seems that they're here bearing supplies. Meddlers, they shouldn't have come. So are we going to attack soon? No, first we suggest they surrender. Their CO's a young girl, you know. See where this is going. Perhaps she can be convinced to come along quietly. Come on, everyone, stay tough. Green Earth's reinforcements are on their way. Just hang on. Commander, we have a communique from the Black Hole Army. What does it say? They recommend we surrender. They're awaiting our response. Surrender? Right. Here's my reply, and I want you to take this down word for word. You don't want to know what this little girl said. Commander, Black Hole has demanded that Orange Star surrender. I believe Sammy's commanding the Orange Star forces. What was her reply? Well, in a word, she turned them down flat. What exactly did she say? I'd rather not say. It wasn't the most polite response. Be that as it may. Or how about I write it down on this paper and then you can read it? Ha 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 ha! Commander, she certainly is outspoken. It would be a shame to let her get captured by Black Hole. Ah, a budding romance. Yes, sir, it would. Get anyone who's available ready for combat. We go now. Sir, the enemy's outnumbers us by... There's no reason for us to attack them head on. Either we pour everything at their laser cannon or we capture their properties. One of the two. Our goal is to break their siege, that's all. For the pride of Green Earth, let's save the Orange Star Army. You mean save Sammy. We lose this match if Sammy loses all of her units. So the only thing we have to do is keep at least one of her units alive. On this difficulty, this isn't actually that bad. Adder only has one fighter, which we can use our fighters to take out. And so we can rush the rest of our air force straight to Sammy's position, only needing to avoid 2 anti-air units that are blocking our progress. From there we can actually block Adder's land units from being able to enter into the Sammy square, as I refer to it. There are not very many infantry units on the map, and so therefore Adder cannot claim too many properties, bases, or airports. Furthermore, if we take out the few infantry units that there are, Adder is very strategically disadvantaged. I would recommend ending the fight early by sending in some bombers from Eagle, making sure that they're out of range of all of the missile anti-air units, as well as the laser cannons. And then on the same turn, we can send the bombers in and be able to destroy the remaining lasers. Sammy's strategy is somewhat limited by the fact that we don't have very many units. We can create a defensive posture as much as possible, but we will have to position our anti-air units to take out one wave of enemy battlecopters that approach. That is, until Eagle shows up to save the day and save the girl. Are you alright, Sammy? Eagle, so it was you who saved us. I apologize, I never meant to be a burden on Green Earth. Don't be foolish. We are trying to bring you supplies and we let ourselves get surrounded. Everyone makes mistakes. It turned out alright. Let it go. Yes, but... Sammy, I'm not just saying this to save your wounded pride. Orange Star came here to fight alongside Green Earth. That alone raised the morale of our troops more than you know. Raised other things too. Thank you, Eagle. I should be thanking you. We're very grateful for the supplies. I think they'll ease our burden a bit. Eagle!
Mission complete.
Ain't nothing to it. I've got a sinking feeling This is a timed mission. Mistress Lash, the battleships in need of repair have all been docked. Let's get started then! Before that, we'd better reply to Commander Hawke's question. Oh, what a pain! What did he want again? The estimated time on the repairs, can they be done in 30 days? 17 days. Excuse me? Under my brilliant direction, the repairs will take 17 days, not 30, 17. However, the workers, can they handle that pace? If we don't have enough manpower, we'll simply borrow some soldiers. The units sent to hide the black map have returned, haven't they? Anyway, we'll have them done in 17 days. Yes, okay. So it gives you a hint. Oh, by the way, this is the mission that has a secret lab map.
We've received word the battleships have docked. Not long now.
Jess, can you really pull this off with this many troops? It's still not too late for Eagle or me to provide reinforcements.
The more troops, the longer it takes to get organized. Time is of the essence here. We must attack before the repairs are done.
That's true, but if the enemy captures that airport, they'll deploy B-copters and bombers. At any rate, you're in for rough seas.
Arr! Take a look, Drake. For air units, I've got my A-airs. I'm going to bathe those battleships in artillery fire. Watch and see.
We have a very limited amount of time to be able to get done all of the things that we absolutely need to get done before the 17-day timer expires on this mission. As per the hinted dialogue, we do have to capture a certain neutral city to be able to procure a secret lab map. The city in question is on the western island, the southern city. So the number one thing that we have to do is have our mech unit, which conveniently is 2 units away from the seaport, to be able to capture that seaport by day 3. By the 3rd day it should be captured and we should be able to build 1 lander. We can use the lander to ship over some infantry units so that we can begin capturing not just the city but also the seaport as well. Otherwise, Jess's land units have to push as fast as possible to be able to first of all create a defensive posture at a bottleneck between the ocean and mountain regions. The enemy will usually have taken the base in the bottom right corner, so we can create another defensive posture on the 1-tile bridge that leads to the southeast area. We can't dawdle around too much, we have to constantly push the envelope, pushing the enemy back, and also capturing the factory along the way as well. There is absolutely nothing we can do to prevent the enemy from taking over completely the northern island, which does include an airport, at which point various air units will be sent down to throw off our advance. Typically Lash will send bombers, and so we have to make sure that we have a supply of anti-air units so that they don't destroy the more important units of artillery that we want to build. Rockets, artillery, as well as possibly battleships are the best thing to be able to sink Lash's battleships. The problem with building battleships is that they are very expensive, and very often our $6,000 artillery units are just as good. The good news is that once the battleships become sufficiently damaged, Lash will combine and join those units, so thankfully we don't have to actually take down 9 full health battleships. One final hint that we can keep in mind: if we have the money and time, we can build a cruiser or 2 and place that betweenst the battleships and the northern island to prevent any further air units from coming down and disrupting our final push.
Commander, the enemy battleships have all been sunk. Well done. Prepare to withdraw.
Withdraw?
We've achieved our goal. Let's vanish before they send out more troops.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get started right away. Stick and move. Arr, that's just like you, Jess.
No sense in getting caught up in the moment and getting your troops hurt. We seriously reduced the enemy's firepower. That's enough for now.
When you're right, you're right. I'll help you get your troops out of there. Ah, what are you doing? We can't fix the battleships if they're all sunk, can we? What should we do? What else is there to do? We attack with all of our strength. They've made me mad and now they're gonna pay big time. Mistress Lash, that's... The enemy's gone. What? There's no sign of enemy units. It seems they've done what they set out to do and left. You've got to be joking. They just sank my boats and took off. I am so angry!
Mission complete.
Oh, I lost one too many units. This lab mission is the hardest lab mission in the game. And let me tell you, on advanced difficulty, it is maddening. Absolutely maddening. 5-star on easy, though. We have 9 days to capture the base. So basically, by day 8, we have to start capturing with a full health soldier.
According to the map we recovered, the lab should be in this area.
So the freebooters are working on some sort of new tank? Arr!
Perhaps. From what we know, the contingent guarding the place is fairly small.
So if we're going to attack, we should do it now.
I agree.
What is it? You two can agree on something? Arr! We're both trying to come up with a plan to save Green Earth. It seems to me that sharing some of the same opinions is only natural.
That's right. Eagle's exactly right.
Okay, say no more.
Arr! There is one thing that concerns me, though. The enemy has a large force heading this way.
When will they arrive?
According to our intel, in 10 days.
So we must capture the lab by then. It's going to be a hectic 9 days. Is there ever any doubt? I always pick Eagle. Danger X9, or times 9. I don't know what you're actually supposed to say there. And joy of all joys, fog of war. I will get the enemy's new tank. If you blink, you're gonna miss this mission. This is the absolute shortest mission in the entire game, 9 days. Furthermore, we have to capture that lab, so this means that we have to place a full health infantry on that headquarters on day 7, so that we can capture that on 8 and 9. We also face off against Hawke, who can damage our units, so by the time he uses his CO power, our infantry unit must be inside of a T-copter so it does not get damaged. Otherwise, we push as fast as we can to break open that pipe seam, possibly using our own CO power to give us a second move so that we can accomplish this mission. You basically only have 9 days to do it. It's insane. Well, did you find the plans for the new tank? I heard that they had just been found. Arr!
This brings us one step closer to matching the enemy's strength.
I'm looking forward to trying out those new tanks.
At last, a chance to demonstrate my speciality. Excuse me, Eagle, you're just a glorified flyboy, right? Leave those new tanks to the ground combat expert. That's me.
Who's a glorified fanboy? If we leave these new tanks in your hands, Red, they'll be wasted.
What did you say? I dare you to say that again, Eagle.
Stop it, you two. Arr, phew. And it all comes down to an argument. I wish this were more than just an excuse for you two to fight.
Mission complete.
It's as good as I can do. Right here. Favorite level in the entire game. It's not the final battle, it's the final battle for Green Earth.
Lord Hawke, the enemy has finished establishing their field HQ. It has come to this, brought to bay against our own factory. Hawke. Here, Lord Sturm. Explain yourself. The enemy has routed your wretched companions, and here you are, cringing like a dog with its tail between its legs. Protect my factory at all cost. If you fail, you will know no peace and no forgiveness, cur.
Yes, my liege. As soon as we're ready, begin the attack on that factory. Think we can handle this on our own? Arr! It looks like Black Hole is mustering all its troops.
This war won't end until we destroy that factory. If we don't do this, no one will.
That's not exactly true. Commander Canby, arr! If we pool our might and fight as one, our chance of victory increases. Isn't that so, Nell? Yes, it is. We want to help as well. Blue Moon can't send soldiers, but their support is unwavering.
I understand. It's not like we've been fighting this war on our own.
Together we stand strong. Now let's go liberate Green Earth. Arr! Live and let live. Best level. No time constraints. The Great Sea Battle.
It's almost time. I think air units have an advantage here. That Hawke is a little scary, but I won't back down, and I won't lose a land battle. That enemy CO seems like a tough guy, but I see right through him, and I'm going for his weak point.
Definitely my favorite level of the game, even on advanced hard mode, which is a 9-star difficulty. The first thing that we have to do is decide what each respective army is responsible in doing. Depending on how we divvy up the tasks and assignments will directly determine our score as well as our performance. And just like our last final battle with Yellow Comet, there is a lot to unpack with this level. It's usually the case that I allow Orange Star to take a lot of the cities on the far western island. This gives Orange Star a lot of money to be able to push back to approximately at and around the first giant black cannon. However, for this particular playthrough, I decided to change things up a little bit. I only gave Sammy one city in the group of cities that is on the western island, just south of her headquarters, and I let Eagle take the rest of the cities. This was essentially giving Eagle $5,000 extra a day to potentially fuel a much better and bigger Air Force in a shorter amount of time. Task number 1, Orange Star Sammy. She pushes east and captures the first 2 neutral cities as well as using up the first missile silo she comes to. We use an APC to transport an infantry to the nearest factory base and capture it as soon as possible. Furthermore, we need to place an infantry on the other corner of the black cannon that houses another missile silo and use this so that the enemy is unable to use a missile silo against us. We have to have a defensive posture such as a Neo tank and either artillery and rockets. The problem is we also need anti-air units in the mix because not only will we be clashing with a large land force, but Hawke will be continuously sending air units as well. Task number 2, Green Earth Eagle. We have to load up an infantry and put him in a T-copter and send him as far north as possible to capture that factory base just south of Sammy's headquarters. We can also grab the airport along the way, as it is just north and out of range of the giant black cannon. We have to be building APCs and infantry every single day to be able to send them out and capture all of the properties in the intermediate ranges that we passed over. We can't send anything over to the small island that houses a seaport and an airport until we destroy the black cannon. As soon as we are able to get the first airport, we can usually build a bomber, as we will have enough funds, and this bomber must immediately be sent in to destroy the black cannon. If Sammy needs help, we can use this bomber to help out Sammy a little bit. Otherwise, we need to send this bomber and begin destroying the 4 mini cannons just south of the giant black cannon. With my strategy on this playthrough, Eagle had plenty of funds to build an extra fighter, and with an extra fighter in the mix, Hawke's air units harassed Sammy considerably less. Whatever Navy force Hawke has, we can use Eagle's bombers to make short work of them. If we have enough bombers, then we can even send them slightly on a southern route to destroy the next 4 set of mini cannons. Task number 3, Yellow Comet Sensi. Similar to the Hunt's Inn, Sensi is the best option because he can get going the fastest. It will take several days to capture the 4 cities even on his own headquarters island. As soon as we are able to, we want to create a lander and ship infantry units east to the southeast corner island. Here we want to capture the base and then the subsequent seaports and then use up the missile silos. Once we land here, we will have to determine our strategy based on what the battle is looking like at that moment. If Eagle has not been able to take out the black cannon, then Sensi can do this in a couple days with a Neo tank. Otherwise, Sensi must continue to push north and capture the factories or airport, finally send a rocket to destroy the final mini cannon, and rockets are the only thing with a high enough range to be able to attack the pipe seam. We then enter phase 2 of this battle. Eagle can send a few infantry units to the Double Crescent Island to capture the 2 airports there. These 2 airports are the greatest staging area for the end game. Eagle should have a big enough air force to completely decimate the large army that is on the double bridge, allowing Sammy to once and for all push forward past the now destroyed giant black cannon and create a nice defensive posture of neo-tanks and missiles. Sammy's task is essentially done here. She just needs to be used for any land units to destroy any pesky anti-air units that could be built. When we finally enter the end game of this battle, it's a race between Green Earth and Yellow Comet. It will actually take Eagle longer to send forces in to be able to destroy the pipe scene. So very interestingly, the slowest going and least action character, Sensi, should be able to have accomplished all his primary missions and send a rocket up which can destroy the pipe scene in 2 days. But even on the last day when you know you're going to win, don't just end your turn with Eagle, allow him to destroy as many units as possible for our power points.
Is this the end? Commander, what are your orders, sir? Do as you please.
And you, Commander, you're not planning on going down with our factory?
Fool, this place may be important, but I have no desire to die with it. Now go. If you want to save your skin, you must do it yourself.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Ha, this is one situation I never expected myself to be in. I survived, though. And where there's life, there's opportunity. The factory is captured. And the enemy CO? Missing in action, sir. He disappeared at the time the factory was secured. Really? Nice work, soldier.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's over at last.
Peace will now return to Green Earth. Phew, that's nice.
Arr. Huh? That was unexpected.
What was?
Nice. I thought you'd be more excited.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I just want to take a nap is all. Yawn, I'm bushed. Ha ha ha. Congratulations on your victory as your ally. We are very happy.
We couldn't have done it without your assistance. On behalf of the people of Green Earth, I thank you.
Hearing that makes the journey worthwhile. Yes, it does. Now, Commander Eagle, I think you grasp the situation, but
yes, the war is not yet finished.
Correct. You know where that pipe leads. Until we've defeated Black Hole on their own turf, the war will never truly be finished.
It sounds like things are just going to continue getting tougher.
It's not like the combat we've seen up to now has been child's play. No matter who the foe may be, we won't lose.
Mission complete.
Oh! A day or two too short.